Welcome, it has begun. Caldine, the way it's spelt, C-A-L, is the calibration of the rental of the body of the earth, of the world we are in. The Pythagorean is the complete game. It's the egg. It's the egg we're born from. It's the earth we're born from. It's the world we're put into. It's the gateway of the moon, in which moves the oceans and it moves man inside the game. And the reason for that is because of 41, 28 is man, and then we have the golden egg, which moves the woman's period, and she has the child born through the gateway. The seventh gateway comes the ninth child into the 20 world. 5-5 and 5-5. 4 train tracks, in which when you're going east, you can't be going west, but you can be going south or north. If you spin around this way, you can be going this way, because the whole thing turns this way. Do you understand? It turns this way. But the system inside of you turns like this. This is your backbone. It only can go one way. Okay? This is the soul light, and it comes in through the Pythagorean, and that's why she runs her numbers all the way up to 9 and no further, in which the Chaldean, okay, it reverses the H. Let me go back to this again. The Chaldean, it reverses. What 5 is E normally, whereas U would be 7 by 3, is now in the 6th position, which means 3 by 6 is 18, says that you, it's you. Oz is in 7th. The 7th gate is your mind is within Oz. It's maybe the osmosis, you're in a dream. Okay, it's the rental of the blue light. Whatever that blue is, you know what it is, whatever that blue is. Now, when you go to the gematria key, that has to do, if you look at number 74, that's the center of the computer. It's the center, okay, of the gematria tree, which is the roulette table. And it shows it's in its numbers. It also is a fixation in the piano. And it is the piano that gives us, okay, G and A that stick together. I'm trying to look for G and A. G and A stick together in the Pythagorean. It's the gateway, okay, because gematria has the G and the T as the 7th gate, which makes 27. G and T, row 1 and row 3. And the spirit of 76, in which 76 is 3 times 2, or 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is the only way to get 6. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, which brings the spirit angel of man. This has to be the piano because it's got the number 7 and it's with a G. Chaldean, you see, starts with the C, which saying Chaldean is inside the piano. Okay, let me try and understand this. Something to do because it's Chaldean, because a 40 is your rental palette, which means something to do with your brain. Okay, C-H-A-L-D-N-E makes it 48. So I made a little mistake, so that would be the space that you take up of your existence in this world, 7 and 8. Now, I know I'm not going to be right on the first take, but I know the gematria is definitely the piano, and your last number for 6 is the U. It's on the 4th row, so if you really want to look at it on the 4th row, it says, how can I read this? I can't read it, I can't explain it. The number key, I mean, that one explains everything that's going on. It shows you all the numbers. It's the basic. It's the easiest one for me to do. It shows you all the worlds mixed up in the same numbers. And at the same time, you have 48 for space and 25 for Jack. 48, 58, 68, 73. Again, Nibiru, Boston, the Tea Party, whatever goes along with tea takes up space, and the space it gives you is for Jack to live. The Jack in the box, whatever it is inside your mind. Gematria, okay, is the electronics of the system. I don't know how it works. I'm just going through it right now, okay? Gematria has A, M, N, and Z. M is usually the 13th. They're marking it as 1. It would be actually marked as 4. A and M would now say, okay, Lo Shu would say Mercury and Mars, AM. Then it goes 1 for N, because M and N are right across. They're 3 in a row. M, N, and O, in which is the center with the N in the gematria key, okay? And it's the same thing on Rubik's Cube. N, OP, 1, 2, 3, in the third level, in which at the end S and T come together. In the number sign, S and T comes together at 39. In gematria, S and T come together as 13, which is 1/3 of 39. In the Chaldean, okay, which I don't know why I see Chaldean here, and then I read it as Chaldean over here on the side. Maybe it's a mistake. First you put it without the H, and then you put it with the H. So I'm not really which way to go, but it doesn't matter, because the blue palette is all about space. It's a 48 by 40 space. So whichever way you make it, it's talking about the two of them. S and T come together between 3 and 4. And again, it works out to the same thing, because S and T, 3 and 4, which equals to the number 19, or the space between your two ears of your mind. So I'm just judging off of number 39 right now. That's all I really have for now. I'm not really sure. I got the biggest headache in the world, and I don't like it. I feel like my head is busting. So I'm into studying these numbers very, very slowly. I have no problem with the number. And one thing about key, it's number 41. That's your game board. Every time you mark the key, it has to do with the game board. There's 40 spaces on the game board. You're on one of them. That means there's only 39 left. But in order to get the whole game to go all the way around Monopoly, you have to go 40 plus 1. Although you stand on one of 40, which makes there's only 39 to go, you must do 41 to complete it, which brings you to the Mediterranean, which is subterranean, and that means underground, and a possibility that Zion is somewhere below the Suez Canal. Either that, or it's underneath somewhere in Canada near the Arctic, and we are the hat of the element of life, whatever it might be. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to keep this just for you right now, and if you want to share it, I can share it, but I don't think many people are going to understand what I went through just now. So I'm still trying to remember, again, that in gematria, okay, it's G and E, which is the egg, A and M, M and A and M is 1 to 14, which is a total, if you were playing poker, okay, of 91, plus the 14th N, in which brings you to the center of Rubik's Cube. 38, okay, is the connection. If you were playing checkers, you would be getting a cap on top of one of the checkers so you can go any way, or you'd be moving the queen. Q and U and T and R both equal 38. But what's funny about that, 38 creates 24, P and H equal 24, and P and H sounds like the letter F, okay? F and R is also 38. The three worlds of 8, 8, and 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 64 by 8 is 512, so that's the memory. You have to have the complete 8 because you have to have the complete memory, and it's got to be a continuous. Although it's 6, 7, and 8, okay, without the 8, there's no 7, and without the 7 or the 8, there is no 6, because in 8 is 6. In fact, 8, 7, and 6 are all 6, 6, and 6. Without the moon, there is nothing. Without Luna, Phobos, or Demayas, whichever ones you want to call it, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus, thank you for your moments.